Hey, what's up? This is UnrivaledSkyrim, and I'm going to do this post-commentary on a battle replay. This battle was fought just the other day. It's actually a battle right after the Ultimate Subscriber tournament that I just had recently. All three players that I'm playing with were part of the tournament. There is Soryong, good friend from Korea, Caldert, a recent subscriber of mine, and NortonAB, who recently subscribed to me. These are all subscribers of mine, good friends, so let's go ahead and get into it. Go ahead. See, Battle of Adamantu, I think someplace in the desert, I think maybe in Africa, in the desert though, in the Sahara. But there you can really see my initial army deployment, and I think Rome. I think NortonAB was Rome. Yes, he was. You know, I didn't really notice that at the beginning, but he went all cav and 2 elephants with, let's see, 6 Balearic slingers. I didn't notice that at the battle that he didn't have any infantry. Take a look at my army: some Bactria noble horse, some Median cav, I believe, or noble blood cav. I think Median cav, 1 civic cav with 1 experience upgrade, Helen the Cataphract, 4 units of Eastern Slingers, 2 Peltes, Eastern Spearmen, 2 Thurio Spears, and 4 Thorax Swordsmen. So no pikemen, going to be having more mobile infantry with some spears and sword units. Along with only 4 long-range skirmishers with some peltas, just in case they brought elephants. And in this case, it really worked out. Let's take a look at the initial deployment. You know what? I'm going to go into slow motion real quick so we can kind of get the whole idea of the our deployment. Here I have my guys pretty much relatively close together. Soryong, he's playing as Egypt. We've got some cav on the flanks, kind of like cataphracts along with my, yeah, those were Bactrian, actually, yeah, those were Bactrian noble horse, and my generals in the Bactrian royal guard. Let's take a look at Soryong's army. He's got some leopard warriors. He used some a wide variety of troops. He's got some Egyptian pikemen, real cheap guys. He's got some Sobic cultists. Those guys can be pretty good with their I think they have a fear effect that affects the enemy's morale. Royal Peltas, good, kind of expensive, but it's a really good sword unit all in all. They have javelins, very good unit of infantry. I've used them before recently. Some light Peltas. His general is in a I was about to say in a side chariot. That's impossible. Ptolemaic cav. I think he's only got 1 side chariot. He didn't bring any elephants. Neither did I. Egyptian pikemen, Nubian spearmen. Yeah, he's got a very Galatian swordmen. Yeah, he's got a very kooky army, if you ask me. Egyptian cavalry. Those can be pretty swift, and plus I think they have resistance to heat, so they won't get tired as easily. More Egyptian pikemen over here, some Rhodian slingers, so I think he only got 1 slinger with him, so that's why I'm going to put all my Eastern slingers with his army, because he's going to be the one that's pretty much going to be the fixing force while I try to flank around the hill. This map is pretty cool. There's this real big steep hill over here with a really steep summit, I guess. And there's only narrow passageways to get through here, but you're gonna see me try to cross that hilltop over there. Let's take a look at I think Duke Caldert's army. He's got some Median cav. They're pretty good, but mixing with some citizen cav. With melee cav being upgraded to patch 11, now there's patch 12 beta, but I haven't downloaded that and I won't. I'm going to just wait till the official patch. But let's take a look at the army of the rest of dudes. He's got a front line, it looks like 6, actually more, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 levy pikemen. So very numerous when it comes to pikemen, but they're cheap, and it may hurt him in the long run. He's got a lot of Syrian heavy archers. I think this is a relatively new unit to the Seleucids, and he's got 2 units of mercenary Syrian armored elephants. These aren't the Indian armored elephants, just the Syrian ones, included in the Beast of War DLC. Now, it doesn't make any sense why they already have blood on them. They haven't gotten into the fight, and of course we've already seen NortonAB's army. It's just Balearic slingers with a lot of Socii Extraordinary cav. That's a shock cav that Rome can produce. I think it's 800 Nori. I'm not sure if that's the correct price, but he's got 2 units of these African. These guys have blood on them as well. I don't see why they start out with blood. So he's got really a cav spam and a slinger spam army with 2 elephants. No infantry, so can't really. And plus, I mean, these guys can be pretty devastating on charge, but they're going to have to get that charge and get some surrounding charge and rear charges in order to be really effective in a prolonged. They can't stand in a prolonged melee engagement. And plus, these auxiliary African elephants, I think it's the worst elephant in the game, quite frankly. It just seems like hardly anything can take that unit out, even like sword infantry. It seems like they take that unit out. But let's go ahead and focus what I'm doing over here. Soryong, my ally, he is really being the fixing force. He's going to try to pin these 2 together, keep them in check so they do not move to face my guys. They're hidden right now because you can't see them over the hill, but I am moving pretty much half of my forces over here up the hill. I'm going to keep them right behind the hill until they're ready to strike. I'm not going to move over the hill towards Duke Caldert's army until my forces are ready or I see something advantageous. And here Soryong, he's going to try to bait the Norton's units forward, and I got my slingers ready to fire at will. I do have a citizen cav over here to protect my units. I use precision shot, and I see this unit of African elephants, and it's in range, so I'm going to go ahead and target all my guys and see if we can see some rocks getting smashing them. I mean, it's not like I'm going to entirely decimate that unit, but he did lose an elephant in just that one volley of all my slingers concentrating fire on them. Norton is going to return a favor, and he's going to charge forward some extraordinary units. Got pretty good charge in that Egyptian cav. I'm going to go ahead and countercharge though. I'm even going to countercharge some of my citizen cav, and I think here, do I get some? Actually, no. I think I was trying to attack some of these Balearic slingers, and I saw this extraordinary cav running forward. So me and Soryong kind of back out of that fight, and then we countercharge. So this is the cat and mouse game that we're playing right here. We're going back and forth, seeing who can get the most strategic strikes on each other. You see, Norton is doing the same thing. But it is 2-on-1 over here, and slowly but surely he is losing units, and we haven't hardly lost anything yet. I've only lost 2 horses so far. My eastern slingers are pretty much untouched. I mean, he's still got a lot of Balearic slingers, but he's going to go ahead and run out of that situation for now. In the center, this is where we're the weakest, and Duke, I have no idea why he just stood here and did nothing. I mean, he's got a pretty non-mobile army, quite frankly. These levy pikemen are pretty vulnerable to missiles. Problem is, my missiles are slingers, and they're over here. I mean, if I concentrated fire, I could take out some of those levy pikemen, but I would have to concentrate fire and have to take a few volleys. Problem is, he's got, let's see, yeah, 8 of these levy pikemen, so I don't think I have enough ammunition to kill all of them. But here, let's take a look. my cavalry, and I mixed some troops together. I've mixed really my heavy cav and my with some of my peltes, along with some scale thorax hoplites. These guys, did I call them thurio spears earlier? No, these aren't thurio spears. These are thorax hoplites. My bad. Scale thorax hoplites, a little bit more expensive than normal hoplites, but I think they can be really effective getting them into cavalry and supporting cavalry as well. I mean, with Bactria, with their good units of cavalry, maybe you don't really need hoplites to support your cav, but in this case I do. So we're gonna, me and Soryong, we're gonna push forward. We're not deterred. We are gonna be very aggressive here. Norton is going to attack my Eastern Slingers. He got into quite a few of them. I was able to countercharge with a Citizen Cab, but I think I lose one unit of Slingers, at least a lot of that unit. And he's going to start to commit his African War Alpha. Let's take cinematic of this action. Yeah, African elephants are going to charge forward, and here they are going to get stuck on all these units of infantry and cavalry, and I've even got my general in the mix of things. But Soryong, he's got this unit of light peltis firing upon these elephants, and I also got some of my Eastern Slingers, so we're going to discharge our missiles, and that unit is going to get destroyed. We do have another unit over here. But yeah, pretty much anything can really destroy this unit of African elephants. I think they're the worst elephant unit in the game by far, at least in multiplayer. I mean, it doesn't take that much to kill them. You can even hold them with a unit of Egyptian cav. A unit of Egyptian cav can hold those elephants, so that's pretty devastating. Here I have successfully gone down the hill, and now my forces are at the flanks, the flank of Duke Caldert. For the most part, they have retreated on their left, on our right, because Norton doesn't have any heavy infantry at all, and you can't really be defensive when you have no infantry. And that's one of the golden rules. You never have cavalry defend strategic parts. You have heavy infantry, or a mixture of units do that. Never cavalry alone, because they're vulnerable to in a prolonged melee fight. Cavalry is more suited for quick, decisive actions, such as getting a rear charge, or breaking through, or going around a flank, just stuff like that. But being defensive units, not really, because the rider is at a disadvantage if they are, especially if they're going against spear units. But enough about that. I'm positioning my scale thorax hoplites in front to deter any frontal charges by Duke's cavalry. It is inferior of mine, and plus I kind of do have this sand dune shielding me from missile fire. I mean, these scale thorax hoplites, I mean, they're pretty well armored. Let's take a look at their statistics. Their shield value, only 25, but their base value is 40. That's pretty good. Norton, he's got 4 units of Balearic Slingers discharging against this scale thorax hoplite. One, just to begin with, the scale thorax hoplite is pretty well defended, and 2, it's not getting the best shot since he has to fire upward, and I'm kind of shielded from this dune, so I knew exactly that I wasn't going to lose that many units, so I didn't really care that he's shooting at this guy. In fact, I encouraged it because he's pretty much wasting his ammunition. I don't know if you could see the rocks still. No, I think they disappear after a while. But you saw a lot of rocks, stones on the ground, on the sand. not doing anything. Let's take a look at what's going on the left or right. Let's see here. Soryong is pushing forward. We got them in the corner. He is aware that I wasn't aware of this in the battle, but Norton has no heavy infantry at all. He has no infantry, so he can't really be defensive on the left flank. I mean, that's probably why Duke has both of his elephant units to protect pretty much the center, or his left, I guess. But here, this is when I bring most of my units on the left. Even my general, he's about to move to the over here towards this force. Now I do have these Eastern Slingers coming forward. I believe I can, if I focus fire, these Eastern Slingers can eat up these lyrics and take their numbers down, because I want to soften this flank before I engage, and I will engage. My cavalry is beyond superior, and this is when I'm gonna click attack orders. Let's go ahead to my Hellenic Cataphract, I guess in this unit. Oh, that's epic right there. We're gonna go down the hill, and we're gonna charge with Great Fury into our Seleucid enemy. We just smash into many units of cav. I'm wheeling around with this Hellenic Cataphract. I got trample on, and it's just these units of cavalry are going to get eaten up. There's really not much they can do. I guess Duke wasn't paying attention, and those two units of cavalry are going to get absolutely demolished. I had this unit of Scale Thorax Hoplite descend down the hill, and its goal was to try to pin or try to screen these two units of cavalry while they're off killing these other two, and he's going to charge directly into them. I don't think I had them in hoplite wall, so they're going to take some casualties, but they're going to hold these two units of melee cav, a citizen and a Midian cav, and we're going to go ahead and get the counter charge. And this is going to totally suit me. But Norton, he sees what's happening, and he's going to countercharge, hoping to help out his ally, and let's see what happens. We got some slingers shooting at me in the back, and I am reinforcing with more units of heavy infantry, and you can see more units are wavering. Now, I saw these elephants over here. I was thinking, oh man, if he charges my guys, that could be a problem. Problem is, his left flank is pretty much jeopardized because Norton pretty much, from the looks of it, pretty much abandoned his left flank, all the units on the left flank to help on the right against my units, and that let Duke Caldert open on the left. Look, his levy pikeman's facing the wrong way. Up here, Norton's legatus trying to charge upward to get some of my Eastern Slingers. I mean, I can see what he is doing, but do you really want to waste your general just to go after some Eastern Slingers when you got all this to deal with? You know what I mean? Is it really that important to get these 3 Eastern Slingers? But he just charged directly with my Scale Thorax Hoplite, and I do countercharge, I think with my citizen camp, which is still alive. Let's take a look at what's going on. Yeah, these elephants are going to get into units of Soryong, and he's trying to discharge missiles, but they're heavily armored, so they're not going to go down without a fight. He's trying to countercharge them, but they're gets into the Soviet poultice, and that unit is pretty much going to be gone. They're going to get stampeded. My god. Look at that. Boom, that guy's dead. That's what he gets for killing a crocodile mountain in his head. You know how I feel about that. Well, probably don't. Alligator's pretty much my favorite animal of all time. Yeah, crocodile's not an alligator, though. close enough. But yeah, so I pretty much won on the left flank. Now it's really just cleaning up so far. I mean, the only potentially dangerous unit are these Indian armored elephants. They're pretty much cleaning up the whole entire army of Soryong. Problem is, he's got this sight chariot. It is positioned to charge. Go ahead and insert action. He's primed to charge forward. I'm already attacking the front of Duke's unit, and he's going to get this sight chariot ready any moment now. Here we go. Yeah, he's going to shear through all these units, and just going to get massacred. Take a look what's going on. Slicing at the feet and limbs of our opponents. Now, I think pretty much all the units of infantry that Duke has are going to crumble. They can't deal with the pressure. I even have javelins firing into them. My Peltez. I was kind of upset that I used too much of my ammunition. I think they have one good volley off on them, but because Duke still has 2 Indian armored elephants, and between them both, they've only lost 4 elephants. So I'm trying to get my guys braced because I know what's coming. Duke's he's gonna go out with the glory, try to take out as many guys as possible. I mean, the battle's already won. I want to get my guys braced and get my javelins ready. All my my slingers. Trying to get my Hellenic cataphracts ready as well. They do have a bonus versus large, so if I can potentially get a trample charge on them, they are very tired, so it might not be that effective. Trying to get my scale thorax hoplite. It is pretty thin. I should. I think I do. Yeah, put them into shield wall and try to get them braced. Yeah, I'm trying to bait with my general. I'm going to run them through my own men. And I do get this unit in shield wall, but it's still not braced. And they might hold a few elephants when I'm going to try to discharge my javelins and all my missiles into them. Activated trample right there. And I'm just trying to countercharge with all my guys. They do break, so good thing those elephants broke right then and there. I think I would have lost a lot of guys. There you see me, I'm charging forward. I'm using my thorax swordsman's their javelins when they charge, because that's effective against elephants. Just don't be afraid of elephants. I think I used to give them much more of a rap than they really deserve in this game. I mean, elephants, yeah, they're a little bit more effective than elephants in Rome 1 because they can come back from being from running amok relatively easy and not that quickly. But let's go ahead and take a look at the statistics. Let's go ahead and look at that. Hellenic Cataphract hardly took any casualties, 120 kills, it paid for itself. For the most part, all my cav did, even my citizen cavalry, my general, he did his part. My slingers, not a whole lot of kills between them. I think I killed a few elephants with them. The African elephants, even though I think those are the worst elephants in the game, still pretty cost effective. Got a lot of good kills on my Peltez. Eastern Spearman, just a throwaway unit. Scale Thorax Hoplites, maybe not the most cost-effective unit. I mean, this unit got charged by elephants at the end, so that's why I took so many casualties, but it did its part. That's really just a screening unit, in my opinion, to help out your cavalry. At least that's why I use it in this situation. Thorax Swordsman, hardly any casualties. 2 units got over 100 kills, so I see a lot more people bringing with pike factions, instead of bringing pikes, just bringing hoplites or swordsmen to be more mobile. Pikes can really, I mean, people have found pretty much dialed down on pikes and don't really want to use them as much as now, and I'm one of them. You just saw me not bring one single unit of pikemen and be successful. Let's take a look at Soryong. A lot of kills with this cav, 300, that's great. Camel archers, they took no casualties, but they dealt none. Egyptian cav, this unit of Egyptian cav got 70 kills, so must have gotten to some lyric slingers or something. Egyptian cav, these two there's only 2 between them both, so very weak units of cavalry. Citizen Cav did alright. Side Chariots, almost 300 kills, paid for itself easily. Light Peltas, one got almost 100 kills, but this one only got one. Must have got charged by Cav. Mercenary Rhodian Slingers need to get more kills with that. Sometimes Rhodian Slingers can be tricky sometimes. Like, sometimes you think, oh, it's going to clean up its Mercenary Rhodian Slinger, but then it just gets destroyed by, like, an Eastern Slinger, no problem. Egyptian Pikemen, not too bad. Galatian Swordsmen, not too good. Nubian Spearmen, Mercenary Leopard Warriors, very, very non-effective. Soviet Cultists, oh, nothing. So, yeah, all the kills rested in just these 2 units for Soryong. Actually, he didn't do the whole very good in this battle, I think. His infantry just did abysmal. I mean, let's take a look at Norton, or yeah, excuse me, or Norton was excuse me, I thought Norton was Rome. I had that so mixed up. Duke was the guy who brought all Cav and Balearic Slingers with Rome. I mean, he didn't have a lot of kills with Balearic Slingers or his Cav. I think he won all this the whole way. Rome's strength is not in their cavalry or slingers. I mean, these can be effective, but Rome's strength is their legionaries, and I don't know, he's just experimenting. I think he said that before. I thought Norton was Rome. Oh, you see NortonAB, he got so many kills with these 2 units of elephants, because guess who they killed? All these guys, and some of mine as well. Some of my hoplites they got into. Heavy archers. I don't think he needs 6 of those, and I don't think he needs 8 units of levy pikemen. I think he should have went with more a unit of Hellenic Cataphract or some Egema or Azat Knights. I think that would have been a great unit to bring. All these units of levy pikemen, I think, were very ineffective. Although these elephants, they got about, what, 700 kills between them both. Yeah, so elephants can be very effective if used correctly, like Norton did. He saw all these weak units, and Royal Peltas should get more than 23 kills. That's like a 1,300 denarii unit, and only getting 23 kills, big waste. So it wasn't the best battle by Soryong, but he still got enough kills to make a huge difference. But overall, very good game. I enjoyed it. If you guys still watching, please like and subscribe to my channel. Please check out my tournament. It's in the I'll put a link in the description below for the playlist, or at least the beginning battles, and then you can follow them from there. But yeah, like always, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm UnrivaledSkyrim. Peace out.